she has been saying lately that she thinks that I am, quote unquote, not qualified to be president. I don't think that you are qualified if you get $15 million from Wall Street through your super PAC. I don't think you are qualified if you have supported virtually every disastrous trade agreement which has cost us millions of decent-paying jobs.
There you got Bernie Sanders fresh off his win in Wisconsin, beating Hillary for the 7th time in the last 8 state races. So how worried should Team Hillary be ahead of her home state primary here in New York? Let's talk to Hillary Clinton supporter, the mayor of beautiful Miami Beach, Philip Levine. Good morning to you, Mayor.
Good morning. Okay,
so a couple of days ago, Hillary said that Bernie was out of his depth on certain things, and then last night he said that she is not qualified to be President of the United States. How do you respond to the senator from Vermont?
Well, I think it sounds like a little bit of desperation, unfortunately. Obviously, we know we're coming around the Hound Bend, and we have New York and Pennsylvania, where Secretary Clinton is polling very, very strong. And of course, I think possibly Senator Sanders sees that it's not going his way. The math is the math. She got 2.4 million more votes than the senator. She's ahead in delegates, and obviously we believe that Secretary Clinton is going to get this nomination.
Well, when you talk about desperation, though, I mean, some would say, look, Hillary has lost 7 of the last 8, and when you look at the brand new poll that just came out yesterday, according to McClatchy and Maris poll, Bernie is actually beating Hillary nationwide.
Well, I think what it does, it comes down state by state. And what we find, of course, is that when you go to the states that are more representative of America today, like Florida, where I live, where Secretary Clinton won in a landslide, I think it's very similar to New York, where she's polling very well, of course, Pennsylvania, where she's polling well, and, of course, California. And I think, you know, as we know, this is an election that is state by state, and Secretary Clinton has pulled away.
Great. But when you look at all the contests that Bernie Sanders has won over the last couple of weeks, his number goes up just incrementally, but so does hers. It looks like, Mayor, to a lot of people, given the way the superdelegates work on the Democratic side, it's rigged in her favor.
Well, let's look at this. She received 2.4 million more votes than Senator Sanders. She's ahead in the pledged delegates. And as far as superdelegates, as we know, these are individual people. They can change their vote any time. You know, this is the rules of the Democratic Party. I know the Democratic Party is new for Senator Sanders. He recently joined the Democratic Party. But these are the rules of the game. And she's doing very, very well in the Democratic Party.
Well, you know, maybe he joined because the Socialist Party doesn't have nearly as big a convention as the Democrats do.
Well, there's no question about that. But I think that Florida is very representative of the kind of state that Secretary Clinton does very well, which is the new America, the America with lots of diversity. And that's what the Secretary has done incredibly well with.
Well, she better win New York State or she's going to have some real trouble. Mayor, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us today from Miami Beach.
Thank you so much.
All right. What do you think about that? Email us, friends@foxnews.com.